Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Dr. Mubashira and our today's topic is localization of stroke. Stroke localization can be done in two ways. Number 1, vascular. Number 2 is anatomical localization. Localization means that you are able to answer these questions. That is, what is the lesion, where is the lesion, and why is the lesion. Anatomically, the lesion can be in the cortex, internal capsule, and brainstem. And according to vascular territory, it is divided into middle cerebral artery, anterior cerebral artery, and posterior cerebral artery. Let's discuss vascular localization of stroke first. If anterior cerebral artery is involved, there is contralateral hemiplegia involving lower limb more than upper limb. Legs are weaker than the arms. If middle cerebral artery is involved, there is contralateral hemiplegia with face and upper limb more prominent. That is, arms are weaker than the legs. There is homonymous hemianopia and aphasia. If posterior cerebral artery is involved, there is contralateral hemianopia with macular sparing. And if lateral thalamus is involved, there can be sensory signs and symptoms. As you can see in the picture, the part of brain which is highlighted in yellow is supplied by anterior cerebral artery. If this part of the brain is affected in stroke, then legs are affected more than the arms, as well as urinary sphincters are involved, leading to urinary incontinence. If middle cerebral artery is involved, then there is widespread distribution and sign and symptoms can vary according to the area of brain involved. Here, legs may be either spared or arms are weaker more than the legs, and facial and eye involvement is also evident in the form of homonymous hemianopia. If posterior cerebral artery is involved, there is cortical blindness. This picture elicits circle of Willis, which is a ring-shaped network of important arteries at the base of the brain. It provides the blood supply to the brain. It connects the internal carotid artery, vertebral artery, and basilar artery to the brain, and also provides collateral circulation between the forebrain and hindbrain. This is the picture showing cornal section of brain showing the supply arteries of cerebral vessels and their areas of distribution. Now let's discuss the anatomical localization of stroke. As I mentioned earlier, it can be either cerebral cortex, corona radiata, internal capsule, or brainstem. Or this can be classified in another way, that is, the lesion can be at the level of the brainstem or above the level of the brainstem. If the lesion is at the level of the brainstem, there is posterior circulation stroke. And if the lesion is above the level of brainstem, then it is divided into three categories. Either the lesion can be in the cortex, or it can be in the internal capsule, or it can be in the corona radiata. If the lesion is present in the cortex, there will be cortical signs, for example, aphasia or visual field defects. If the lesion is at the level of internal capsule, there will be dense hemiplegia. But if the lesion is at the level of corona radiata, there will be differential weakness. Recognizing the common pattern of neurological deficit not only helps in localizing the lesion, but it can also suggest the underlying cause, treatment, and helps with prognosis. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.